car behind you.
Yeah.
Hopefully without bothering you, I'll do this. And that tells my instructor behind me, like, I see you.
I see you.
I'm working on what John's capable of managing right now.
Yeah.
And right now we can't give you a point by, but we know you're there. That's kind of my hand signal to that guy. And I'll be looking for the same from them.
Is so slow.
It is.
Starting first lap.
Starting first lap. John, first lap.
Yeah.
Woo!
And I always got to remember to stay below the damn blend line.
Yeah. Just stay all the way right. All the way down into the bottom of the hill. That's a nice little off acceleration burble. So swing back about 2/3 of the way to 3/4 of the way across. Right, come on in here, look for that cone. There you go, good job. This one, I try to get up here and right where it looks like I'm going to see over the top of it, I want to start turning in and break in more of a straight line to take a little speed off.
Try to break in a straight line through here.
Yep.
And I
Come
usually
around.
tend to want to stay too far in. So I want to
Yeah,
stay
you gotta
out.
be patient,
Wait for that cone.
even more patient.
More patient.
Because that speed, that'll come up quicker.
Yeah, and then this one.
Yep. There you go.
Like to drift out a bit over this way. And
A little break just to take some speed off. I look for the orange. If you can see the orange, you're online.
That thing?
No, that break in the wall orange.
Yeah,
so like as soon
that.
as you can see that, that's your target fixation,
Okay.
and then you make the adjustment to wherever you need to be.
I couldn't see that. You're taller than
Stay
I am.
inside here.
Stay inside here. Okay.
Then the track moves to the right and keep the same angle,
Yeah,
and it comes to you.
Constant radius.
It comes to you.
Hold it,
There you go.
And let it hold, and then through here you.
Yep. I guess I hold back a little bit just to. We don't want to catch up with the guys.
And I stay straight through here.
Very straight. Fine if your right side tires are right here on the red because you're.
You just go straight.
Unloaded.
Don't try to follow the road.
That's right.
And then here, then you're hitting some brake because you're doing.
Stay
pretty good
wide.
Speeds here.
Now
Stay
turn
wide,
in.
and then turn.
Look for that cone.
Accelerate
Keep your
out.
wheel to open a little bit. There you go. Great line. You already know this track.
Oh, yeah,
I
at
can
60,
tell.
I can drive it like a son of a bitch. And then my braking point here is like right about this.
Yeah.
Brake. And then this is a tricky
This
one.
is a slow and steady turn
Slow,
in.
And then this is where you feel like you're going to fly off the track.
Exactly.
You just got to go with God over here. Let it run out. And this is that double apex turn.
Yep. So brake.
Brake. And then
Turn in there.
Paula's
Turn
had me
in.
wait.
Turn in.
Paula had me wait and ignore the first turn and go for the second.
That's right. I would say ignore that first turn, but you over accentuated it a little bit there.
And then this is like, I don't know where to brake or turn.
Brake here.
Brake.
Let off slowly and turn in. You got it. Stay right because it moves on you. There you go.
Excellent. This is the, you gotta stay out. You gotta be patient on this one too, right?
Yep. I like to like break in a straight line here
Okay, you brake.
and then stay out.
Stay out.
Stay out for a second. And now come in right where this tar starts to come back. We'll start to get you all the little points to focus on,
Yeah.
and that will help. I like to come a little bit to the right,
Yeah,
and then turn in and brake across this pad.
Brake across the pad. Right.
Start wide if you can, and then whip in close.
Whip in.
That's excellent. That's a perfect line, because when you accelerate, it'll take you all the way out.
Yeah, and then you want to stay out wide here.
Correct.
And another patience. I'm not good with patience. It's probably a theme you'll pick up on. Wait,
good.
wait. I always want to turn. Wait. Now turn.
Yeah. Again, you want to be braking in a straight line, right?
Yep.
There you go. So you're going to
Car
brake.
here.
You're going to turn in. You're going to let the camber absorb you.
Yeah, and let it roll out. And that's roll right into that next turn right there.
Exactly.
And then I get wide, brake, turn. brake, shift, turn.
Be patient. Now go.
Go. All the way out to the wall.
Yep.
And then I look for this building. Here's the building. There's the
There you
building.
go.
There's my turn point.
There you go.
I turned early, I feel like.
A little bit.
Let it roll out, put it back in, and then let it kind of roll wide.
Yeah, hold it right there. It comes to you.
501.77.
There you go. You did a 501. Good job.
Yeah.
Okay, brake.
Brake.
And then you want to turn in. And then give it some little bit of acceleration to keep the ass end in it.
Yeah.
You have a great line. You've already got this line figured out,
Yeah, this speed.
right? Especially at a 5-minute pace. But
Then
you're already taking 10 seconds off.
And then that pace is
Okay,
like
point straight.
went straight. I usually
See
tap
the
the
V
brake.
in the trees?
Yeah.
I can see that coming up the hill.
Okay.
That's kind of the funnel that it says,
This is
come here.
Brake here.
Yep. Stay out wide. Patient.
A little
Stay,
bit
stay,
of
stay,
gas.
stay, stay, stay. Now turn in. Get there. Nice. That's the right line. I come late on this one. Very good. Excellent. That's a great line. Swoop down into the bottom of the hill. You're going to take a little speed off right here, and then turn in. And we're going to look for the orange gate. Go right at the orange, and now go a little adjustment. You kind of want to find that orange because the pavement settles, and then it allows you to make your adjustment. Stay to the right a little. Let it curve in. There you go. You got a great. All right, so I feel like you already know the line really well, but it's going to change as we add speed,
Yep.
right? And so we'll deal with those subtle adjustments. And maybe what we do is each session before we go out, we talk about like what corners you want to focus on.
Yep.
Because I guarantee you, like, say we nail 8 here, right? You be carrying all kinds of speed up here.
9.
You're going to need to know how much earlier that you need to brake and how much brake pedal to add so that you get to the correct speed that you're used to at the point in time you're used to turning in here.
Yep.
The other thing we'll talk about is there's apex, right? On the inside of the corner where you want to apex. There's also angle of apex. So what angle do you want your car to be at when you get to the right spot? So turn in a slight bit earlier here. Look for the grass. If I come at the grass here and look, magically the cone's there. So our angle of apex that time around was better. Nice. Get inside. There you go. Your car will carry. It's okay to touch the gators. Excellent. Doing a good job of being restrained since we can't go 70, but you obviously left the entire group way behind.
No,
We
they're
weren't
right
supposed to be
behind me.
guiding them. I know, but I'm saying when we got out, you were like, all right, I'm going, let's go. So stay out here, look for where the tar starts right here, and there's a little cut, and then try to come right in on it, and try to hold that line, hold that angle. Excellent. That leaves a lot of track out there for us to wash out to. Yep. Brake. Turn in early, quick, get in there, and then open. There you go. The faster you can get turned and the better like angle on the apex on that one allows you a lot more room on the exit.
Yeah.
Drive in. Line it up straight. Brake. Whip it in. Get in there. All the way up the hill. Very nice. Look for your cone. You're going to drive out to it. There you go. Set yourself up. Paulo did all the hard work of getting you on the perfect line. He's so good, by the way.
Yeah.
When we race together, he's like the epitome of smooth driving, easy on the car, and that makes him really quick. And he takes care of the equipment. Hold out for a second. Now go down into it. There you go. Usually there's another cone right there.
Yeah.
I don't know if they disappeared it today or what.
432.22.
Oh, you cut a half a minute.
Yeah. This pace, I'll be going around in 2 minutes.
Yeah, you started narrow. There you go. That's the other part of this is when you recognize, like, okay, this is looks a little different.
Yeah.
No, you don't fuck anything up, but it's like,
Up.
okay, that's a
Well,
little
yeah.
different. What's
I'm
my
gonna-
adjustment?
I'm going to have to adjust for the next one.
Okay, see the V
Yep.
in the trees? Kind of go that way. And then you can, like, brake a little here if you need to, and then drive in, and you can brake the rest of the way here. So I use that as, like, two separate, like, small
Two separate
braking
brakes.
areas.
Okay.
Because I'm coming hot up that hill.
Yeah.
I need to slow down a little bit before I can get to the left and slow down hard. What do we got here? Oh, you're so safe. You're 30. You're fine. Look at your tire. All right, there you go. Accelerate down. A little narrow.
Yep. This should be wider.
I'd rather use more of the left curb and less of the right there as you come up. So we'll get your angle pointed a little bit. Turn a little bit. Stay here. Now hold it. Hold it. Hold it. It's going to come to you. Boom. Excellent. I know you want to rip it here, but
I love this part of the track. I know people get weirded out about it, I guess,
Right.
But like, why? It's just going up and down.
yeah, it's awesome.
It's in a straight line.
You got more room over there to the left.
You got a mile of braking distance.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So I like to touch the brakes right when you level here,
Yeah.
just to take a little speed out, and then you slowly turn in and let the car build up its set.
And let it just open up.
Excellent. Find the grass, and the cone comes with it. Nice work.
And turn sharper.
No, you're fine. I'm going to teach you how to use the brake pedal for your turn there.
Yeah. Get the rear end to swing around a bit.
Not a ton, but it just, when you come off the brake pedal slower and longer, it keeps the front planted and allows the nose and the front tires to do a lot of the steering work. Nice. Drop it in, hit brake. Quick hands to get the front of the turn done. Did you and Paolo talk about trail braking last year?
Not really, no.
Okay, it's fine. Just trying to get a feel for what you guys talked about. The other part of this we didn't discuss, I'll just talk while you're going because you can manage this, is language. Like I might use different terminology than Paolo. If I say something
I don't know what you mean. I'll
and
say
you don't
it.
know,
What does
say,
that mean?
well, what does it mean, or say it differently,
Right.
right? Because usually there's 2 or 3 ways to say the same thing. So, like, one of the biggest examples would be, like, I might say, like, open the wheel, and I might say unwind. And it's the same thing. You're just trying to get back to 12 o'clock, right? Wait. Okay, now drop down in. Glide out.
421.03.
Brake. Turn in. Back to gas. There you go.
Good apex.
And you're a little narrow. Nicely done. Now look for that
Good
break
job
in the
braking
tree.
softer.
You're a little left. Sorry.
I was trying to.
You started. I know, but I wanted to see what you did. But
Well,
you
I was
started
like-
it a little early.
Yeah. I was like, maybe before those trees, I'm like, well, I'm way left.
Yeah, that's all right. Stay out, stay out, stay out, stay out. Now come over. There you go. And we'll try some things that might
work, might not.
Might work, might not. One, they might feel uncomfortable because if you do it one way for like 10 laps and then I ask you to do something different, now go straight. There you go. That was excellent. Best line through there. So, but if that might, like using that reference point, it works for me. It might not be yours.
Right, but I know what you mean. So
Yeah.
I'll find something that works for me better.
Right.
Right.
Like, I've always had people at a track, they would tell me, like, oh, I'm looking at the telephone pole behind the tree. And I'm like, I'm not fucking looking there. That's way outside of my comfort zone. Sometimes I'm using my peripheral, right? Like, I want to find the end of a wall or the last 10 feet of a curb or whatever. Turn in. Add gas. Fucking, you've got this line figured out. Slowly turn in. Excellent. Yeah, buddy. Brake. Turn in. Look for the grass. You get the second cone.
And my nemesis.
Slower off the pedal. So now we overslowed because you had used more brake pedal early and then stayed on it later. So what we'll do is we'll wait a little later to get on the brake pedal because we'll live on it a little bit longer and come off of it a little.
If I could do that turn well once.
Oh, we will.
I would be very
Oh, we'll get there. We'll get there. We're going to make favorite turns for your experience out here. Nice. Excellent.
Had a better apex angle that time.
Yeah, you did. That was great. Come on out. Patient.
And then like a good turn-in point here is always very big.
Turn in. Go. There you go. Nice.
Tell the tires are cold. Even slowly.
I know. We'll get them warm later.
The rear end's a little bit dancy.
We'll get them warm later.
Come on, Aaron.
Patience, patience, patience. Now go. There you go. Well done.
370, right?
Yeah.
358.72.
Turn in. I mean, you can go faster, but you're just going to catch up to him quicker. Okay, show me your line up here. Stay way right until you get right up here by the 200 marker, and then I come.
Okay.
There you go.
Good turn in.
There you go. Stay out, stay out, stay out, stay out, stay out, stay out. And okay now.
Good apex.
She liked it.
I need to remember to get out wide here more.
A little bit.
Set up for this.
Yeah. Look for that orange. Go straight at it. There you go.
I can't see that orange at all, though.
It's late. You'll
late.
get a feel for what's my angle coming to that first cone.
Yep.
And then it's your long target.
Yeah,
And that's where you make a small adjustment.
It's a great pointer. 'Cause I'm like, oh, yeah. I just need to know where it is.
Yeah.
So much of this is just, okay, I've driven it enough that I know where it's going to be.
Right. Well, part of this sport is you have to get good at mental visualization. Like, you know where this goes because it's pretty much straight.
Yeah.
And you know that there's a long runway for you to make a minor correction should you need to. going into the chicanes, there's not as much room to make that minor correction, right?
Right.
But you'll get to a point where you can mentally visualize, okay, I started from the correct spot where I touched the brake, and I'm coming in at the cone with the correct, like everything peripherally lines up correctly, and then you can make that final adjustment once you can see where you are on line with your target.
The other mistake I tend to make is I do what the person in front of me does.
Yeah, don't do that.
Instead of driving my line.
Right? Turn in, find the grass, keep going. There you go. So wait a second. Now come out slowly. Oh, you dropped right off of it. So we'll get you to start using the brake pedal as less of an on-off button.
Yeah. Okay.
And we'll modulate. And I'm telling you, people don't think of it this way, but the brakes are what makes somebody fast on the track, and how you use them. And they're not just for slowing the car, they're also good for turning. Nice, well done.
Everybody wants to know, well, how many horsepower do you have? Like, that doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Like, if I could have better brakes and a better suspension, I'd be twice as fast.
Right? Let's go through what we have. If you want, I don't know if I have it with me because I didn't bring my camera back. Let's say we might be able to tie my instructor to student communicator in with your GoPro. I don't know if you want, but I think we're gonna be. I'm surprised they didn't checker it yet. We'll probably just do one more lap. So
Yeah, I would think so.
you can. So this corner and 14, the two slowest ones, are ones where we're going to work on just in general, right? The skill set of how do I use quick steering to get the early turn-in done so that the angle of apex is great so that you can drive out of that corner.
Right.
Because when your car is scrabbling for traction,
You can't do much.
you can't do a whole lot. But if you can use the slow part to get your car rotated more early,
Okay.
then you can get traction as you exit. Get in there. And that helps you like both get traction and like leave that corner well.